Hello, and welcome to Scars of Disorder, presented by Dustfire Media, episode 19? 19.
Yes.
19 is what I have. Nick is
Okay,
muted.
I was
once again.
muted. I just want to point out, Danny asks this question like every time for every episode. It's in the corner of our screen. It says exactly what episode we are recording.
See, I don't believe what my eyes see.
Do you know what the funniest part is? I usually, before I write that, ask Danny, is this episode 19? He goes, yeah, that's what my notes tell me. And I say, okay.
Guys, Justin, you got to understand, there's a lot of things that are going around in my brain right before we record these episodes, man, all right?
Like what?
Give a man a break.
Gorilla hot takes.
Gorilla.
Also, I just wanted to say,
Gorilla.
I don't choose the man or the bear. No.
What?
Or the gorilla. No, I choose the gorilla.
What?
What are we even talking about? Did
What are
we
you
talk
talking
about that
about?
on stream?
Man, bear,
We're
or
talking about
gorilla.
that. Man, bear, pig?
What is happening right now?
I don't know.
Sorry.
How are you guys doing? We're all here.
So good.
Hello.
Played this game yesterday. It was really fun.
That was fun.
You guys probably
Oh,
hadn't
we
played it.
did. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
bother explaining. Oh, you were there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was great. Like superhero stuff. Great. Superhero stuff are always fun. Marvel, DC. Great stuff. Great things. I just recently finished not the boys, Invincible.
Mhm.
That was great. So yeah, check that out.
And was he?
He is
Invincible?
very, very vincible.
He's been vinced.
At this point, they should take the I and the N off. We should just he is vincible.
He's invincible.
He's become less and less vincible.
True. It is his journey to earning his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you want a
How you
banter
doing?
question, Danny? Or were you just like, do you want to dive in?
Yeah,
You can dive in.
I think I like the one that Sam was talking about. We were talking about sports and the Discord. I had asked Sam if Tato, if like he played any like pickup games of like any like airbending sports, and it brought this banter question to the table that Sam brought up, where if you were an Olympic sport, summer or winter, or
An Olympian, you mean?
Are you
no,
saying
if you were
yeah,
the sport? No, if you were the sport.
That is
the
not the
sport.
question that Sam asked, just to be clear, but
What is
Continue.
the question
You're
Sam
the GM.
asked?
he asked if you were doing an Olympic sport.
Oh no,
i.e. as an Olympian.
No, if you were an Olympic sport, which one would you be?
That's not the question.
Not
what
even
a
close.
strange question.
But sure.
I love this
He's
off
the
the
GM,
wall
guys. I don't know.
personality quiz that we've got going on right now.
Olympic sport.
Like that question doesn't make sense in the real world. But I guess we're in Danny's world.
I get it. I understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, like, based on your personality, if you were to somehow turn into an Olympic sport, which Olympic sport,
Yeah.
based on your personality, would you be?
Mm.
It's a bad question, but it is
I love it. I think.
logically consistent
question.
within Danny's world.
Come on. I really want to say break.
How to
dancing
not
for me.
be self-deprecating. So I'll be honest. My initial reaction was curling.
Why did I come to
Why?
that too for you?
Because it's like a really complicated sport that
Yeah.
no one watches. And
Mm.
the people are real serious about it, but it's just not really serious because it's people brushing the ground. And
You know,
that's it. That's the whole.
I beg to differ. I think that curling is very popular, and I think that a
Mhm.
lot of people watch it. Like,
Oh, really?
there's a mysticism behind what the techniques are. It's fascinating, and it's odd. It's like there's motion, and then there's a big stone, and again, the seriousness is on point.
so
I
much
think it's
yelling. I'm like,
intriguing.
what are
Is
they
that-
even saying?
I think it's like one of those sports where like you look at it and you're like, it can't be that easy.
I would
But
rather
then
watch
any-
curling than rowing.
Any smart person would be like,
Hey.
that is probably difficult. You know, it's probably way
Yeah.
more difficult than it looks when I'm watching it.
Yeah. She's like watching like the high, what's the name of the sport, the winter sport, like the high speed like sled slide. What's it
Luging?
called? You know, right? Luging. It's like someone watching luging, like I could do that.
Oh, God.
People did do that, but I think they died.
People do
Yeah.
that. People are
Yeah.
dumb.
Oh my god.
Well, there was that guy who decided he wanted to do the ski jump. Eddie the
Oh.
Eagle. He survived.
Good for him. Good for him.
Mm.
If I was an Olympic sport, so now I have to like classify the personality of the Olympic sports, and I
Oh,
don't.
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have a
Just
framework for doing
stereotype.
that.
All right. I
don't
have to
have-
change my answer because Sam made curling sound too interesting. So I gotta like I try again.
Rowing.
It is. It's very interesting. There's a whole contingent of people down at my local ice rink who take over the ice for curling classes.
Nick, I think you're incredibly interesting. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
I'm-
I feel like if there's for some reason I feel like if there were
Oh,
like
you want something that
billiards-
seems like it should be interesting, but is actually very boring to watch? Archery.
Yeah, there we go. All
I
right.
mean,
That's what I'm talking about.
for some reason I feel like if billiards was ever in the Olympics, I feel like that's what I
I'm
would
sure it has been.
correlate Nick to for some reason. That's just what my mind goes to.
Like a lot of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of like physics, math
Yeah.
going on.
You need
in
to
his
kind of be
head.
like,
Yeah.
like logically sound to be like this,
I
you
get it.
know?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I see it.
Yeah, it'd be kind of a boring Olympic sport though, because like once you get at the highest level, it's just like whoever goes first wins, and
Yeah, it
Why-
would be.
it's not really.
But it wouldn't be straight up billiards. It'd be there's the one that's super popular in the Philippines.
You put
Version
polar
of the
bears in there too.
Yep, polar
You gotta play
billiards.
billiards, and the bears are chasing you.
Polar billiards.
Polar billiards. That's pretty good.
Billiards.
That's pretty good.
I feel like it'd be
Alyssa
something
Focus-
dumb like water polo.
Alyssa Focus in chat said that they see Danny as a triathlon, and I get that. Like a lot of energy,
Triathlon?
a lot of changing. You know what I mean?
Switching
You're
it
doing-
up, yeah.
You're doing a lot of
God,
things. You never know.
So tired.
Am I
just
running
hearing
now?
that.
Am I swimming now? What's going on? Danny's just like,
And then
I'm doing it
You're
all.
just tired. You're just
Yeah.
you don't just thinking about it. You're like, oh goddamn.
Oh my god! I actually just got tired just thinking about that. Oh my gosh!
And that's why it's Danny.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Alyssa, I agree. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Monroe strikes me as sharpshooting.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. You're the
You kind
You're
of have
the
the
guy
hat
with
on
the
it
one
right
hand.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
Slavic
badass with what's it?
Yeah.
I saw myself as like definitely a winter sport just because I hate
Okay.
summer.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I thought like maybe
Mm.
speed skating because it's like
Oh.
intense.
I
Yeah,
can see that
and
too.
go-
Yeah, I can
Speed
see that
skating
too.
is so
Yeah, yeah.
fun. So fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
tend to
long
make
track or
decisions
short
quick.
track?
I don't know. I don't watch any of that stuff. So, I mean, do tell me. Probably like I don't know.
I think you'd be short track. That's where the track curves and you're going against other people.
For
and-
sure.
Oh
you
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Wearing like crazy helmets in that one.
I
Yeah, that seems intense.
I hope
I
so.
agree.
Wait, why am I now seeing Nick as like a hammer throw?
Hey, I'll
I can
take
kind
that.
of see that. I can kind of see that too.
Sure. Okay.
You know, that kind of makes sense.
I like to throw hammers.
It's just yeah. It's
Mainly
chuck
on
is so fun.
target, but when you miss, you're deadly.
Yeah.
No, the hammer
No,
throw
that's
is the
that's been my life.
You know what I'm talking
What?
about, right? It's not a hammer. It's the
Shot
rope
put?
with a thing on the end.
Oh, the
No,
rock.
no, no,
it's
no,
like
where you
it's-
spin.
It's like
Yeah.
a ball and chain that you're.
It's like a ball
whirling
and chain
around your head.
basically, and
and
you
then-
spin around and you throw it, and it's really cool. It's really sick, actually.
What criteria are you all using to personify these Olympic sports?
Not clear.
Huh?
It has not been
Okay,
established
all right.
and
Yeah.
is definitely beyond anyone's ability to understand. I don't think there's.
I
anything
understand
to
it completely perfect. I understand it perfectly. This is
Uh,
all making
you know
sense
All
to
right.
me.
Anyone else?
Alyssa Focus said beach volleyball for me, and it's funny because I was gonna say beach volleyball, but I'm still hung up on like what is the personality of beach volleyball?
Oh,
You know what I
beach
mean?
volleyball,
Like-
my least favorite type of volleyball. Like,
whoa,
it is,
whoa,
oh,
whoa!
It's just harder to play.
yeah, it's harder to play. Like, and it's the rallies are short, they're uninteresting. You need 6-on-6 inside a gym, like no question about it. Beach volleyball,
oh,
get outta
Okay.
here.
To
You are not
Sam's
the
point,
Olympic
though, for the last Olympics, we were in Gen Con together, or in Indianapolis for Gen Con, and we were at
Yeah.
a bar, and there was that volleyball game going on.
there
And I was
beach
like,
volleyball.
man, this kind of hits. This is pretty.
Look, I'm
pretty
not
sick.
saying that regular volleyball 6-on-6 is not fun. I'm with you. There's something magical about beach volleyball, though.
Yeah, that's the second half of what I was
Yeah.
going to say. I've watched beach volleyball before, and it is just kind of like, oh, that's on. Okay.
I'm sure it's more fun to play than it is to watch. It's
Oh, I love playing beach volleyball. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
You
but
like
also,
playing
do you do
pickleball
it with
too?
just two people?
No,
You
that's
can-
because I'm not good enough.
right. I got mine. I think I'd be the pole vault because sometimes it feels like I carry a lot of weight and I have a lot of momentum and I'm really trying to like hit a target, and then sort of once I get there, like I feel suspended and alleviated.
Put all it
but
beneath
then-
you.
But then sometimes like I'll just fail and knock
Oh.
the bar off.
So you're a failed pole jump?
I mean,
No,
you-
he's saying that sometimes like he can either stick the landing or
okay.
not. Sometimes depending on
Yeah.
Knock the bar
but
off.
there's
what
like
he's going
Okay, I
through.
like that.
there's build up, there's anticipation, there is like
Commitment.
but then there's a moment of suspense where you just don't know what's going to happen. Like you
I love
put your
it.
best efforts forward,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to succeed. And like
I've-
there's an extended moment of like holding your breath
Hmm.
and seeing
Mm.
like what's going to happen.
I
That
like
It-
that you
it-
thought about this.
That answers
Very
your question, Justin.
it's very insightful. I love that.
I thought about it, and pole vaulting would be, I feel like, the funnest I'd have with an Olympic sport.
Well, the thing with pole vaulting is even if you like fail and you don't like make the mark or
You're
make
just-
it
you're
over,
still
the
up
bar,
there.
You still flung yourself into the air, man. That's awesome.
It's so cool. It's just so
You're the
cool.
closest you'll ever be to flying by yourself.
Wow. I really like this question, Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I
Again,
thought of
came
this
up
not
with
a
it.
question that
This
Sam.
exact question was what I asked.
I think we should play Avatar Legends now.
Let's play Avatar. Wow. That'll just be the banter for now on. I'll ask you guys for banter, and I will just completely butcher them. Just danify them.
That's not a bad way to do it.
Speaking of butchering pre-existing IP, previously on our Avatar Legends campaign, Scars of Disorder. I'm kidding. We're doing great. We're doing great, guys. Ling Hong wanted to see the shack with her own eyes, so she took it upon herself to scout out the spot on her own, while the rest of the gang slept. But much to her surprise, she ran into a small camp set up by none other than Gio-san. And the conversation that unfolded there revealed all is not as it seems with the young firebender. And after a fight ensued, the true explosive nature of the young man was fully unveiled. The rest of the gang, sans a recovering May, hot on Ling's trail, arrived at the Creeping Meadow Shack to find it being guarded by Gio-san and a small gang of Empty Moon pirates. Excuse me. After a perfectly executed plan by Teto and Haru, Teto was able to speak with Gio-san himself. And after Teto was able to avoid heated combat with the firebender by way of comforting and sympathizing with him, Teto, Haru, and King successfully rescued not only Ling Hong, but the three Earth Sages, Mohen, Riho, and their old friend Feng. Now, all they must do is return to the Balu Spiral's camp while avoiding the Empty Moon gang led by Palrock's first mate, the hulking non-bender Homai, rolling a meteor hammer, much like we were just talking about. The hammer throw. But he doesn't throw this. If you were to throw it, he'd lose it. So he wants to keep that in his hand. So we just open on Haru and the guys. And Lingrong. I said Haru and the guys. Haru and Lingrong and the guys.
The guy. The only guy.
Oh, there's a Fong
Well,
and
who isn't a
and
guy?
Rihor there.
To some extent.
Yeah.
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 You guys have just heard, kind of in the distance, kind of down your path to the Volley Spirals camp, the shouts of Homai calling out for Sarvek.
And it's
I thought we had already tried to circumnavigate them.
So that's what you guys just want to do. You just want to completely avoid that.
We're just running.
Just
Yeah.
running. I love it. I love it.
Trying to steer
avoid,
clear.
of course.
Yeah. What makes it? I feel like I need a roll from someone just to try to navigate this jungle without running into any of the pirates that are.
You guys want it to be me?
right now. I want you to tell me what you're doing to avoid this.
Yeah. I have an idea, which is to just go underground. And I'll make tunnels. It'll probably be a little bit slower, but it'll be safer.
We do have 4 earthbenders with us.
We do actually have 4 earthbenders with us. I'll be like,
I think that's probably the easiest thing.
I'm thinking maybe we go underground. It's going to be a little bit slower, but it's going to be a lot safer.
It's an excellent plan.
Yeah, Thong and Mohan and Riho are like that's makes a lot of sense.
we can
We'll help you. Oh wait, you're so right. That's exactly what I can do with my hands. Alrighty, here we go.
Why are you using your hands? Use your feet. We're kicking a hole up.
Oh, he doesn't have feet.
Whoa, what?
He's got 2 peg legs.
I'm so sorry.
Whole
I
time.
should have.
They're made of stone.
This whole
so you
time,
can bend
I
them.
thought you had feet.
Rio is just sneering at you, just pissed off.
I
Rio has
can't
feet.
believe I didn't notice that at all. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they get into a low stance, just ready on Haru's command. Give me just a real quick. This isn't to dig the tunnel itself, just because it sounds like Haru is kind of leading the charge, making this tunnel. I just want to rely on your skills and training,
Of course.
Haru.
That's fine. That's fine. That's a 12.
You'll allow it. You're so good. Yeah, man. You just do it. Yeah, you kind of looking at where you're at, kind of triangulating where you came from and where you're at, where you want to go. You're sort of the camp should be this way. And then you just start digging underground. It's pitch
All
black
right.
down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have our firebender.
Probably wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably fine.
Sorry,
Between-
everyone, it's gonna be a little dark, but just stay close.
Okay.
No one's afraid of the dark, right?
No.
You hear
I've
a
been-
little.
I've been practicing this thing where I can sense what's going on without being able to see. So this is a perfect time to practice.
Oh, perfect. You can make sure we don't run into anything.
See, it doesn't matter.
Fong will speak out, even though you can't see him. You can hear him. How did you?
Who was that?
This
Who's
is Fong.
speaking?
I'm sorry.
Clearly fun.
I'm sorry. They couldn't see.
It's fine.
It's all right. It's all right, Deto. How did you guys find us?
Honestly, luck and a prayer.
Wow.
I was just going to
Same.
say that Bollywood.
Bollywood.
You know what? I'm gonna give up.
Bollywood.
You
No,
get
I mean
back
we
to
did have
this camp is just a Bollywood studio. It's
had-
fully set up.
we had a little help from the Baldoo Spiral, but we didn't know where you were. We were just hoping you were in that shack.
Well, there was a message left for us
Sure, but
that they were in a shack in the creeping.
I mean that was 2-3 days ago.
Yes.
It's strange that he would leave a message. It doesn't. We thought that he was.
Oh,
gonna
you
kill us.
didn't do that?
No,
Oh,
that's what I'm.
no, did-
That's what I've been saying. It wasn't them. The whole thing's
Right. I
weird.
thought. Well,
didn't
I thought
trust
that
them.
when they got taken, like they had like secretly like left a
Left
message
them.
for us.
Yeah. No,
Oh no,
Everything.
it was just
we-
worded as though someone else had wrote it. It said, "If you
That's
want
right,
your Earth
you're right.
Sages back,"
Yeah.
and
Mohan
that's
will speak
why
out.
I didn't trust the whole thing. I was like, "It's still
Yeah.
the best lead we've got," but
Yeah, Mohan will speak out and say the last thing I think any of us remember is one of the loudest noises we've ever heard, and then we woke up already.
Oh, I also
Traversing
got
the
to
jungle.
experience that. It's horrible.
It's horrifying.
What is that? Do you know?
Fong will speak out and say, "It's some form of firebending. I've seen incredible feats of firebending. I've seen men harness the power of the lightning itself, but I've never seen anything like this. It's quite the accomplishment, but I don't like that it's not one of us who knows how to do it, but I think we'll fare well. Ling, you've survived. So
I think
we
he
know it's
just
not-
really wasn't trying to kill me. I think that's the only reason.
but then he also wasn't trying to kill them either.
Yeah, I think he's a little conflicted.
Did he
Um,
say anything when he, or did you just fight him?
Well, he said a lot of things. I'll be honest, I kind of got caught in my own sort of spiral. Don't really remember much. He was really trying to get me to leave with him.
Sounds like it's soft on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe. Or maybe he just wants someone to give him an excuse to get away.
Regardless, as of right now, I wouldn't trust the young man as of yet. Obviously, he's very powerful, and he's already used it against us. So I guess just keep an eye out if he ever turns back up.
Yes, we will be looking out for the boy who can blow things up with his mind. Yes, that is
Yes, it's horrifying.
for sure a thing we're going to
I've
be
had
doing.
nightmares every day since then.
Does it feel like firebending is a little too useful? That's like crazy,
Yeah.
right? Like they can.
Yeah, like they got a buff earthbending. Man, doesn't have enough.
What?
Okay,
I was mostly thinking about waterbending, but whatever.
Anyways, Haru, how close are we?
I think pretty close. Maybe 20-30 more minutes.
I love it. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about on the way? Otherwise, you can pretty much just pop up from a hole right in the middle of the Bali Spiral
Yeah.
camp.
I think we'll just pop up in a hole.
Yeah.
And Teto will turn to King and be like, "Hey, we're learning this from you."
Pokes his head out, and like you see him just like standing there with his head through like this ceiling of this tunnel you've made, and he just motions for you guys to come with his hands, just to come up.
He wants us to come up.
Yeah.
Do what he's doing.
I don't know how you understand him. It's
I mean,
That's how you
fascinating.
can see him.
Oh, I'll just kind of sense him.
Oh. Everybody can sense things. Okay.
Yeah, you already see Mohan and Riho have poked their heads out of the ground next to King.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're here.
It's actually kind of nice.
Sure it is. Could you open up for those of us who cannot move dirt?
Oh, sorry. And yeah, you just pop up right in the middle of the Volleyfire encampment. The immediate Arab nomads around you guys are very surprised when they see who it is, and they're like, "Oh, okay," and they just go back to their daily business.
Just unconcerned.
I'm thinking
Teto's gonna call wind to him to blow all the dust off of him and out of his robes.
love it.
Maybe
Love it.
hilariously getting that dust into Ling's face.
Yep, I
Ling-
love it. It's perfect.
Yep. Just covered in dust already. Just a quick.
Yeah, her face is also like still like partly singed too. Like there's like
That's it.
blast marks,
It just
and her hair is like kind of like blasted back.
Hey y'all, we got the Earth Sages back. Let's grab May and get out of here. I think those pirates are going to be following us, and I don't want to put these airbenders in any more trouble.
right. Sounds like a plan.
At mention of May, Teto's going to avert his eyes and kind of shuffle to back and say, yeah, I'm gonna go maybe say goodbye to Zadi and Parmesan and Harmung. I'll catch up with you all. Don't leave without me.
All right,
We won't. Say
quick.
bye for the rest of us.
Be quick.
All right, I will, and he'll scoot off away.
I just don't care to
the-
actually.
The Earth
Changing
Sages
from-
opt to go with Teto because they actually want to talk to Harmong and Parmesan.
Okay. Well.
All right, I guess we're getting May.
Yeah.
All right, you guys take one of the lifts up
Yeah.
a big tree, and you go to the tent and kind of like the makeshift like infirmary, like medical portion of this encampment. And you see Mei laying there with one of the Balu spiral healers sort of tending to her. She has like what's now at this point like dried like muds and like herbs kind of on the portions of her abdomen where she was struck. But she seems very healthy and breathing normally. Just a little unconscious, but you could probably wake her up.
Is it all right if we wake her?
Is she all right?
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. I can. She should be good to get up and walk around now. She had a
May!
great night's
May!
sleep. Okay, I'll go.
May,
Huh.
wake up!
Huh? What?
Hello. You've been
good?
unconscious.
Hi. Okay. What happened? Like what? Where's Tato?
Oh, he's just saying bye to all the airbender people. Like the leaders.
Danny, is this the first time May has woken up since passing out?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Where am I?
We're back at the
Back at the
Bollywood
Balu
Balu Spiral. I keep doing that.
How did we win?
Okay. We did. We carried
Yeah.
you here. We found the Earth Sages. We're all right, May. We did it.
Yep. Everything went really well.
Well, mostly well.
Well, except you got stabbed.
Yeah.
What? I got stabbed?
Well, punched with a fist with
With a
spikes
sharp-
on it.
Yeah, so basically stabbed.
Sam, yes.
Yeah.
I got punch stabbed?
Punch, you
That's
got
worse.
punched
Apparently,
out.
yes. That is apparently what
Yeah.
happened.
At this point, May, you can feel the medicine on your technically 6 wounds on your abdomen.
I have 6 wounds.
Yeah, that
grouped
was
together,
like
yeah.
Wolverine claws, basically. Yeah.
He had 6 fingers. What happened?
No, he had both hands.
Oh, both. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Um,
So 3.
So
Hey,
yes, if it makes you feel better, Teto cut his hands off.
Teto has no hands.
No,
No,
Teto
Teto,
cut the guy who stabbed you.
person who
Hands off.
stabbed you. Teto cut his hands off.
Yeah, Teto has his
In solidarity, I'm gonna cut my hands off for May because she got stabbed in the stomach. So I'm gonna cut my hands off. That makes sense, right?
But she just woke up and she's like, "Oh yeah, Teto cut his hands
Yeah.
off."
all this information.
That's
No,
so
yes.
good.
Oh, also, you blow things up with your mind.
Me?
Yes, that'd be great to have. If you can't, might be something to work on. Apparently, firebenders can do that.
Hey,
What?
May, how are you feeling? We should probably get moving. We can catch you up on
Am I
everything
s-
that happened.
Are you sure I'm awake?
You are
I'm
awake.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. I see what Haru's doing, but just so that we're clear before we move on, I got stabbed. I have 3 puncture holes in my abdomen that I can feel.
6 puncture holes.
Six. There's 6 in there. And Teto did not cut his hands off, but he cut off the hands of the person who stabbed me.
That is correct.
And I can blow things up with my mind.
Hopefully, yes. Apparently, it's
That-
possible.
That
There's a
you can ignore that part for the moment.
I feel like
Okay.
you should get her started on it as quickly as possible. You know, like,
I mean, maybe, but maybe we get moving a little bit first, Ling.
that's fair. That's fair.
okay.
Just keep it in the back
Right.
of your mind.
So what's the mission now?
I think
Well,
the Eastern
still
Air
need-
Temple.
Yeah, we
Right.
need the support of whoever will support us and trying to defend the Earth Sages. So
Your sages are talking to the Balu Spiral now. As soon as they're done, we're gonna head out. So, if you can walk, can you walk?
I don't know. Help me out. Let's try this.
Right. And
The thing-
Tara will help.
Ling will take the other
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
I think the initial the initial act of like getting up standing is a little difficult just because you've been asleep for like a while, right? It's a little difficult, but after you're standing for a while, able to take a few steps, you feel confident to walk on your own without any help from Haru or Ling. King is just standing on Haru's shoulder, looking at May endearingly, like puts a thumbs up.
Thanks.
Looking shipshape.
Where's
All right.
my where's the panther ray?
Oh,
I think it's still downstairs. Waiting for you.
yeah.
Haru and Ling, you guys, it was basically just circling the tree that was
Yeah,
attached to the tent that May's in on the
It
ground.
hasn't left this tree, Ling. It's down there.
Okay.
We tried to
Right.
get it to leave, and it just snapped at us. It was waiting for you.
It killed like 3 air nomads when Haru did that.
It murdered half of the Balu Spiral. Trying to keep you
He's
safe.
he's lying to you. That is, I'm certain that's not true.
Oh,
I wasn't
never
there,
happened.
so I
Never
wouldn't
happened.
know. But
Okay. You guys keep telling me things that are true or not true. I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. I'm
most of
sorry.
the things
I'm-
we said were correct.
everything
Yeah.
we said was true except for the murdering the Balu Spiral thing.
Okay. Yeah, don't make me laugh. I have 3 holes in my stomach.
6 holes.
Still 6.
Okay. I can't even say that out loud right now. It's 6 holes and I'm standing up. All right.
Well, you know,
Right.
we tried our best to close them. So
Let's
Do you
see.
need
I
help
love it.
packing up? You need help packing up?
Yeah, I got 6 holes in my body.
All right,
Could
all
use
right.
some help. Could use some help.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We
I appreciate
we see a short little scene of Ling and Haru helping May pack up and then going down to the Panther Ray. I want to cut and follow Teto and the Earth Sages for a little bit. You guys get to kind of like the main tent where you met Harmong and Pamachan for the first time. and you see. So I think this is probably something that Haru and Ling also noticed walking around, but is especially prevalent in this main tent. Several of the nomads of the Balu Spiral and Harmony up Mashon and Zadi are like seem to be like gathering lots of things, like packing up. The Balu Spirals, there's lots of movement happening, seemingly like packing. Pamashon catches you. He goes, "Oh, Tato, and oh my god, this must be the Earth Sages."
Yeah, these are them. We didn't make them up. They're really here. And
I never thought you did.
Neto will grab onto Fung's cheek and kind of pinch it to show how real he is.
All right. Thank you, Techo. A pleasure to meet you. And they all greet each other. Zadi just goes up to you and goes, "I'm glad you made it. It's great. You did the thing, the rescue thing. This is like what you wanted to do, right?"
Yeah, that's what we came here to do in the first place, and we did other things too. So just building on the experience, but main objective complete. They've been hanging out with military people. I think that's how they talk.
You just be yourself, Tetra. You don't need to change the way you talk at all. At this point, Harmon will speak out and he'll say, "Yeah, our current objective has seemed to change as well. It seems that the Creeping Meadow is no longer calling to the Balu Spiral, so we are once again, for the first time in a while, on the move, which is unexpected.
Where are you all going?"
We don't know. We sort of dedicated a lot of our effort and resources into helping Kiemsen protect the singing path. But Kiemsen actually had just left. She came back while you guys were gone and said that Wrong doesn't want our help anymore. So we're just going.
Are you all in trouble? I hope it's not something that we did. I mean,
we felt no need to ask the Great Spirit for explanation. But we
so
are
interesting because I feel like we kept talking to them.
Oh, well, I mean, if it helped, then that works.
I'm not really sure if it helped. It was pretty confusing and a lot of stuff happened. I mean, you saw what happened to May.
Yeah, was that a spirit that did that?
No, it was a ghost tiger, and then there was a spider.
Oh,
a spider tiger, tiger spider. It's confusing. It's easy to get them confused.
I'm not even gonna ask for an explanation. We have a lot to do, but hey, you know this, Tetra. We're nomads. We're used to being on the move, so it should be fine. I'm a little worried about Gamson, but I think she'll be fine. I have no idea where she is. She just left, but it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Right, Pamashon? Pamashon goes, "Yes, everything's gonna be fine." She had just like dropped a bunch of like the stuff she was packing, and now she's just like packing them up, getting ready to leave.
I mean, we came over here because we're also gonna leave now that we've found the Earth Sages. I think I wanted to personally thank you both for taking us in. I know that when you first encountered us, you didn't trust us, but you really did help us locate the people who were missing. Hopefully, we were able to help as well. I'm not sure, but we did find the incursion with the members of the Balu Spiral who had been gone for a while. So
yeah,
that's something.
They are here, and we're so incredibly thankful of that, Teto. And I mean, as Wrong himself has even said, everyone has a path they must walk, and it seems to me we wouldn't be walking our path if we're just sitting here in this jungle. So I think eventually we were supposed to leave, and I think it was that time. And thank you so much.
And Teto will bow to them graciously and say, "I've always been taught that we are supposed to go where the wind blows us, and it seems that the winds have shifted."
Yeah. And they are ever shifting. So, yes, thank you for everything. And tell your friends thank you if we don't see them on the way out. At this point, Fung will speak up and he'll say, "We are actually I don't know how much Teto has told you, but we are ourselves on our way to the Eastern Air Temple. I know that Monk Gamson was initially from the Eastern Air Temple. I don't know if any of you are. I'm not as familiar as the I'm not as familiar with the inner workings of Yangchen spirals, but if any of you guys have any interest in possibly coming with us or helping us in some way, I don't know if you've heard, but the sages, the Earth sages, are going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. And basically just what ensues is just a conversation between Pamashan, Harmong, the Earth sages. They get to the point where there's like kind of like pseudo pleading while still maintaining a respectful stature from the Earth sages. Meanwhile, Pamashan and Harmong, they kind of speak out and say like, we were just sort of tied to this thing, but now we're like going with the wind. And they're just sort of speaking about how they don't feel the wind is taking them in this direction, right? They think they need to navigate freely to find their next calling, right? Which you can see visibly Teto, I'm getting a little like annoyed by. he's like like what we use to help.
This conversation makes Teto uncomfortable because he feels
Yeah, I can
bound
imagine.
to the Earth Sages and helping them as he's committed with his group, but he also firmly believes in what the Balu Spiral is putting forward as well in terms of being pulled or compelled in whatever direction without being beholden. So he identifies with the detachment, which they are expressing in this conversation. And he also knows that his place is going to be with Fung. And so it's making him a little bit uncomfortable to hear Fung like trying to convince people who he also knows are not going to be convinced.
Yeah. It's like your two friend groups meeting and you're just not jibing as much as you'd like them to.
It's like, which bar should we go to? Oh, we should go to the dive bar. No, let's go to the fancy one.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it. But yeah, eventually, begrudgingly, Fung will just back down and say, I understand that the ways of the air nomads, especially the spirals from what I've seen, are just different from those bound to Earth. So I understand, and I wish you the best of luck on your travels. Teto, shall we get going?
Teto will see an opportunity here and say, Pamashan, Harmong, since it doesn't seem that we are going to be going in the same way, would you be willing to provision us along our travels as well?
Oh, of course. I mean, obviously, we have had ourselves set up here as like an encampment.
Oh, great!
For a while. So we have.
Teto will produce a bag full of supplies that he's already gathered because he was going to take them anyways.
Nice. I love that. Since you asked, you don't get to roll your move though. I think that makes sense, right?
I mean, I was gonna sneak out and go snooping some more, but fine, it's cool.
I mean, if you do that, yeah. But I mean, I think upon seeing the provisions, Poncho was like, "Oh, great, fantastic, yeah, yeah, that works. That's perfect." How is May doing?
I haven't seen her.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, she's your travel companion, so you'll definitely see her. So I'm sure that'll be fine. If you need anything else, Tato, Fung, you two never got your names. It's fine. if you ever need anything else and you stumble across us, or maybe we're close enough to hear the sound of a bison whistle, we'll do our best. But for now, we just must flow with the wind. Yeah.
Teto will pat himself down and say, I don't have a bison whistle.
Oh, do you want one?
You have some? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Here you go.
Great.
Yeah.
Can I?
Panshan hands you a bison whistle.
This is awesome. You wouldn't happen to have a glider too, would you? Oh no, it's
Those
fine. I'll
are-
pick one up on the way out. All right. Bye. And Teto will run up to Zadi and give her a hug and say, I wish you were coming with us, but I understand that you also have your own path.
Yeah.
I'm just fortunate that we ran into each other.
I'm going to be completely honest, Eto. I'm not as into the whole path thing, but the Balu is very well equipped, and they're not being chased by pirates.
Well, when you put it that way.
But you can take care of yourself. You have very... I mean, between Haru and Ling and Mei, just looking at all of them in the eyes, they look like fierce people. So I think you're fine.
Yeah, it's true. They do have...
I'm not saying you're
quite-
not a fierce person, but it's...
No, it's okay. And I think the truth of the matter is that their fierceness might benefit from some of my softness and vice versa.
Your softness can soften them.
I think I
All
just
right,
said that,
this is-
Zadi.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, this is a lot, especially for me. I'm going to start packing. Hey, nice seeing you, though, man. And Zadi will pull you in, give you a tight hug.
Yeah, let's do that thing where we hug and then walk in the same direction. Like after saying goodbye. I've always liked that.
Yeah. And then Zadi will just like jump out of a window.
And Teto will turn to Fung and be like, that's Zadi. All right, let's go.
All right. Yeah. You guys leave. After thinking about it for a split second, Sam, I think I do want to. You do pass like.
You know I'm
The
looking
air
for
nomad.
another glider. You took it away from me.
It's probably
Yeah.
just sitting there, like it's leaning
No, you
against some
passed-
stuff that was packed.
Well, first, what happens is you are able to find the rest of the crew.
Hello.
Probably still up in like the bridges connecting the different trees and tents. And yeah, Tacho, you find Haru, Ling, and Mei, and King.
Hey, all. I got some food.
Teto, look, May's up and about.
Hey,
Good to see you, May.
you too.
Are
I thought you cut your hands off.
What?
That's not. I said he
That's-
cut someone else's hands off.
But at first they made it sound like you cut your own hands off, and I thought I was,
You know, I talk fast sometimes. I get it.
yeah.
It's hard to.
And to be fair, I just woke up, so.
That's. Yep.
But I'm glad to see your hands are there.
Teto will look at his hands and say, yeah. Where should we put this food? Teto is a little bit shaken by being reminded of his violent action against Sting, and is still just not comfortable with May. So he's going to start to busy himself and maybe start to divide up the food into different packs so that everybody has their portion.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we're about good to go. You good to go, Teto? You say you're good, guys?
Hold on. I think I see something over there that the GM is giving me.
Do you know what he's talking
Yeah,
about?
No.
as you guys get to the ground, you
Probably like
see
the airbender thing.
that it looks like the some of the air nomads are packing up and getting ready like a wagon that seems to belong to Harmung and Pamashan. And they're going back and forth, bringing things on it. You see several juicy goods that could be on
Wait,
there.
you say that the wagon for Harmung and Parmesan?
Yeah.
And didn't Parmesan and Harmung say that if we ever needed anything?
Yeah. That
Makes
is
sense.
exactly what's going through Teto's head. He's like, wait a second.
Hold on a
That's what
minute.
they're talking about. I don't. Yeah, I mean,
And so
I think it would
Teto
make-
will
yeah.
go up and gesture for people to get on the wagon and start to load themselves up, and maybe turn to Haru and say, do you want to drive?
Is this the Airbenders
Um,
gave us this wagon?
I really, real quick. Also, Teto, just a question for Spirals. It wouldn't be totally out of pocket for a Spiral to have like ostrich horse led wagons, right?
Would it? No, not no.
No,
They still have to
Okay,
carry their
I think-
stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're no
Exactly.
For our
It's
purposes,
just, yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
take whatever transportation. It could even be, I don't know, like a rickshaw type thing.
Could attach it
Yeah.
to the Panther Ray.
Yeah.
Teto, this is our wagon.
Well, they did say if we needed anything, and we are quite a big crew, and May is injured, so like, yes, they did say that we could take whatever we needed.
Unfortunately, it would make things a lot easier to have this. And I mean, if that's what.
Well, sounds right to me.
Teto.
And Ling jumps into the wagon, starts tossing out the stuff that's clearly like personal possessions. And just, like, looking it out.
Leaders of the spiral stuff.
Like a doll. It's like a
Oh,
2-decade-old like doll with like button
that's
eyes
cool.
that you just toss in there. It's years of memories.
All right, I guess I'm driving this wagon.
Teto, give me the roll where when you indulge with a bad habit with a friend. So first, shift your balance toward friendship, Teto. And roll with
Okay.
friendship.
I think I'm also going to. I should have inspired, so I'm going to clear inspired.
Yeah, because
Uh,
that was just from literally like the end of last session, right?
Yeah, I'm going to clear inspired. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to +2 friendship.
I think you should be there as well.
All right. I got a 6 and a 2 on the dice, +2. It's a 10.
That's a 10. That's a 10. So on a hit, you and your friend, I think in this case it'd be friends,
hmm
pull it off and grow closer. So all 4 of you mark inspired. On a 10 plus, you also obtain some useful resource or information and become prepared.
Ooh,
I
so
think I just
everybody
gotta
is
say it.
inspired and prepared.
I
Every-
think
everyone?
I just gotta say it.
Or just me?
You, I think it's just Teto, because it makes a point to say you each make each other inspired. It doesn't make the point for prepared.
Okay.
I'm a card player. I go with
Yeah, yeah.
exact
No, no.
specifications.
I'm that's how I would read it too.
But something that you do see, kind of, I imagine like, well, it sounds like Haru sort of gets on the reins, but wherever Teto sits, right next to you, sort of like falling off whatever is leaning against onto your lap, you see a beautifully well kept air glider. So obviously in its closed form. On the side of it, you see engraved, kind of carved into the side of the wood, P.A. And yeah, it's just sitting there. Who knows what PA stand for?
Great. Teto will take note of it. He'll kind of like put his hand on it, and it's his now.
Maybe PA stands for like please have it. You know? Who knows? Yeah,
Please
you
accept.
have. It's Pamashan's air glider. You have Pamashan's air glider. I
Please
don't think she
accept.
needs it. Please accept. And you'll get on your way. I think you guys don't see this because after you guys are long gone, we see a little scene of just like far, like a zoom out of the camp, and just Harmong and Pamashan sort of standing in the empty space where the wagon was. Just like, where did we leave that?
Dude, where's
There's
my
stuff
car?
on the ground.
Like their childhood dolls just on the ground. It's like, oh. But you guys are back on the road. I imagine you're just heading east, yeah?
Yeah.
That's like the end goal.
Is May in the wagon or is she riding the Panther Ray?
If you'd like, you can be riding on the Panther Way. I feel like that would make sense, right? You feel after being awake and the more like you're moving around shocking, the more strength you feel yourself gaining. And so you feel definitely enough strength to just ride at the back of the Panther Way. The unnamed Panther Way. He's so happy to see you again, to be with you. And
Didn't we have like a nickname?
Yeah, do we call him Ray?
Ray.
You called him right.
Oh yeah, Ray Romano, right? Or was that it?
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano, yeah.
Okay, I was
Oh,
tripping for a
good
second.
Can't do a good Ray Romano impression.
oh, guys.
guys.
Oh.
I have never watched that show.
Neither have I.
Everybody loves Raymond. My parents watched
Ray
it religiously.
Liotta. The Panther Ray is just like smoking. As long as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
That's
No,
Ray Liotta.
That's
That's
what I
what
said,
he
Ray Liotta. Yeah.
That's what he said.
You said
Oh,
it right
sorry.
before you did the,
No, you're good.
the impression.
I only halfway
yeah.
listen to Danny.
It's also just easy to miss a word
Same.
here or there.
Same.
Yeah. I'm so glad to hear that, guys. But yeah, you guys are on the road. I think there's a little bit of struggle getting out of the jungle, but after what seems like too long of a trip, you leave the thick brush of the creeping meadow and find what seems to be like an actual path, finally, for it seems like it's so long. And you just begin following it east. Is there anything that you guys would like to do on the road?
Where is Ling?
Just like in
Where
the
is,
back
like-
of the wagon. Probably.
Cool.
I think she was gonna talk to the Earth Sages.
Okay.
They're probably all in there.
Just also in the wagon. Maybe they split up some, and maybe like one of the Earth Sages is just on the Panther Ray with May, if May would be fine with that. Because otherwise it'd be like 6 people in the wagon, and that seems like a lot.
Pretty normal.
Pretty normal. All
Right.
right.
So what, like, your whole order is being hunted to extinction. You're desperately trying to save it. What are we trying to do? Like, what did you ask the Balu Spiral for that they just stiffed you? And, like, we had to steal this wagon even.
I mean, the stealing of the wagon wasn't in any way a response to how the Balusara responded. I think it was more so.
It was for me. Just to be
Oh,
clear.
okay. I think for me it was more so that Tetra goes where the wind blows, and sometimes it's hard to
Helpful to
stop
let him
the
steal
force of
things.
the wind.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you going to say?
We asked Pamashan and Harmong if they. First off, the more immediate question was for them to come with us. They have. I don't know if you saw, they were packing up to go. Obviously, that's why we have this wagon. They received a new calling outside of protecting the singing path, and it just seemed like it made sense for them to help us. It would be, I mean, you can imagine it'd be fantastic to have an entire spiral of Yang Chen on our side along with us on this journey. But unfortunately, they believed the wind wasn't taking them in that direction. And rather than try to force someone of a different culture to go against what they believed was their path, I stopped fighting. I left it there.
Do you think sticking to those ideals will keep any of the people you love alive?
So, Ling, you think that in order to preserve myself and my order, I need to stop worrying about the beliefs of others, maybe even infringe on those for the betterment of my well-being and the well-being of my people. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you could have tried harder, I guess. I'm not trying to say anything. I don't feel either way about it.
Yeah. I guess for me, the way I see it, the moment when, in order to keep the Earth's sages afloat, I have to force someone against their culture or against their calling. Maybe that might be the moment where the Earth sages don't deserve to stay afloat, because I can't bring myself to do something like that.
Well, if it makes you feel better, it probably wouldn't save them anyways. So try it. Try whatever feels right.
I'm trying to see if there might be any roll triggered from Bung, because it seems like Ling Rung is going through a lot. I mean,
Well,
there's a lot
really,
going
I
through
was
her
just
mind. That's-
trying to clear troubled, if I'm being honest. Seek guidance from a mentor.
that suffices,
powerful figure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. That is enough. What is Fung's principle? Sorry, Sam had just asked in the private chat. What's Fung's principle?
No,
I think
not calling him out.
yeah. I think even you guys have been with him for a bit. I think you still gotta kind of learn it, right? So yeah, you don't really know yet. Yeah. Is that pretty much all you wanted to talk about though, Nick?
Yeah, Ling
Mhm.
doesn't respond anymore.
Howard, you had asked where Ling was.
Yeah, but with Ling having a scene, I think I'll change it.
Yep.
Like, hey, Tedo, you got a moment? I need your help up here.
Yeah, totally. Wherever Teto's been, he'll rearrange himself so he's sitting next to Haro.
Is up top driving. I just need a couple of extra eyes up here. Don't want to get caught unaware. We got those pirates following us.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Good. How do you? What are you thinking? We just left your friends in the Balu spiral.
I mean, to be truthful, there's a lot that's going on.
Yeah.
I think that one of the main tenets that I've been following is that you have to have trust in the direction that you're taking, even if you can't see where the destination is. If you're being compelled, trust that first step. It didn't seem that our paths were meant to cross for long. And so rather than hold tight, it makes more sense to let go. I can trust that if we need to see each other again, we will. I mean, I ran into Zadi, and that was totally unexpected and a lot of fun. And something that I really needed.
Good. You doing okay?
Teto will hear that question and he'll laugh a little, but the laugh is to cover the sadness and the rawness. You said to me that the first time that you hurt somebody, it stains your soul. I'm really feeling that right now.
Tedo, when I was a lot younger than you, probably about 8 at this point, the Fire Nation, not the Fire Nation, the Fire Lord, sent me north. So there was a political adversary there, and sent me to encourage his son to come back to go to school at Harry Bulkin. And he told me to make sure that that happened, no matter the cost. I was 8. I didn't know what was happening, but now I know. I was taking that son as a political prisoner. And you can imagine that the parents did not want that to happen. The only thing running through my head was what the Fire Lord said: make it happen, no matter what. I can still hear their screams, Tedo, as I burned their house down and took their child away from them. And
That's horrible.
it is. It is horrible. It does stain your soul, Toto. But it also pushes you to make better choices. I hear those screams every night. And when I wake up, I'll still hear them. And it's a reminder that today is a new day.
Real quick. I think I see 2 roles here. First, I think I see him making amends from Haru.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like
Well,
you're-
here I'm also
Talking-
picking up what you're
Mhm.
putting down, Danny. How about
Yeah.
this? Teto will look at Haru and say, I'm sorry that your past seems to cling to your present. It sounds like the Fire Lord had undue influence over you. But from what I know, that isn't true anymore. I want to know that what would you do if you were faced with the same choice right now?
I don't know if I've ever asked that of myself. No, my time with you, my time with Ling has taught me that violence isn't always the answer. I wouldn't have kidnapped anyone that night. I wouldn't have burned anyone's livelihood down. Hell, I wouldn't have even listened to the Fire Lord.
I think we should hold on to that.
Yeah.
I think what I'm realizing is that I can't undo what I did. Much in the same way that I think you understand that you're not going to be able to undo what you did. But presented with the same situation, knowing what we know now, it doesn't seem like we'd make the same choice. I think there's growth in that. There's hope in that.
I think before more is said, I think it even more so now makes sense to roll the making a rents roll, depending on what you roll.
Okie dokie.
Because I think that could drastically change how Haru responds to that.
Yeah, it very much will.
Mhm. So let's go ahead and read through that. Yeah. So once per session, when you have tried your best to prove that you are a different, better person now through your actions, roll taking a +1 for each yes to the following questions. First, did you make amends directly to a person you harmed?
No.
No. Okay. So that's 1. No. 2, are you at your center?
No.
Definitely not. Okay. 3, did someone honestly thank you for your efforts or forgiveness for your mistakes?
I forgive you, Haru. It's not your
did.
fault.
He did. He really did. So you just roll and add +1.
It's an 8.
Okay.
Close. I'm one of these days. One of these days, I'm gonna get that 10 plus.
Justin and I are hoping for a miss.
Oh, I wasn't hoping for a
On
miss.
a-
I want to get that. I want to
I'm
get my
hoping for a
balance
miss.
track unlocked.
I'm hoping for a miss. That is so juicy. On a hit, you feel the spark of hope. You're making progress.
Yeah.
On a 7 to 9, choose 1. So your options are clear condition, mark growth, or shift your balance toward connection.
I think I'm going to shift my balance towards connection.
Okay. That makes sense. I feel like it's also the most logical.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.
Yeah.
And
also in the fiction too, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you'd like, you can respond to the last thing you said. Yeah.
Thanks, Tito. I needed that. I question that sometimes. There are days that I know that I would do anything to protect the three of you. And I don't know if I would have regrets about protecting the U3. So I guess I'll at least accept the baby steps.
And Teto will just take that in and smile.
I love it. I love it so much. If there's no more conversations to be had on the journey, I think the road that you guys are on turns from like a loosely forest covered road to a little more clear as you enter into a more of a mountainous region of the southeastern corner of the Earth Kingdom. And I think you guys pass a few like towns scattered throughout, but you find yourselves in it seems to be like a small mining village when you notice the sun's starting to set, and it seems like a logical time to start maybe looking for a place to sleep. And you're in a village, and what do you know? There was some loose cash on this wagon that you guys stole.
Why do the airbenders have cash? That doesn't make any sense.
They travel the world. Yeah, they're not just stealing everything. They're not everyone, not every Balu, not every spiral nomad is like Tato.
Hey, y'all. Are you sure we want to stay here? I think we could probably push for a little bit longer. Get a little
The
bit
Panther
closer
Ray
to
just goes.
Eastern Air Temple.
He's sort of like at this point, the Panther Ray sits down, and the Panther Ray is like panting, and you can see his skin looks like drier than like you've ever seen it before. It's like being out of the humidity of the jungle. And yeah, the poor Panther Ray just looks exhausted. Obviously, May is the one who most definitely notices this.
All right, so we'll just keep moving, yeah?
Um,
No? I think we should keep moving.
I feel like May wants to say something.
No, I thought you were going to say something.
For those who weren't watching the
Because I
VOD,
thought you made a noise, and I was like, okay. Let me hear what it
Nick,
sounds like.
Monroe,
Well, you
and
were like
Sam,
muted and
eyes
your
were just
mouth
black.
moved, so I was like, sure that you like didn't know or that you had said something.
That's good.
No,
That's
I'm
my
good. Good. It's okay.
May, is the Panther Ray all right?
I don't think so. There's something. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really spent time with Ray. You know, it's just, but something does feel wrong.
Well, he's like a fish, right? And she'll like call out like a mist, like she does. But instead of cloaking herself, she'll just cloak the Panther Ray in it
Oh, I love it.
for a little
And
bit.
yeah, Ray seems.
Oh, that
crazy
feels
for a
good.
Oh, that feels fantastic. Why am I going to Jennifer Coolidge now? That feels fantastic. Thank you. No,
And
Is
they
that really
also,
what
like,
Romano
sprayed-
sounds like? Is that?
Jennifer Coolidge, yeah.
oh yeah, it's just a Venn diagram, you know. No, Ray seems to like love that. And at this point, Ray's just fully just like it's like sitting in this little cloud of mist that he's in now.
Yeah,
Um,
great.
and,
So we
um,
can just keep moving then, right?
Is May now moist too? Like all like kind of like with mist, just kind of like
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cold.
Also on you for sure.
Yeah.
like thanks, Lane. That
Well,
helps
I
out a lot. No, it's
Didn't want
okay.
out.
It's okay.
I think that Haru, do you want to be traveling through the night and the day?
I mean, I'm just saying we lost a lot of time with the Balu spiral, so might make sense to try and get to the Eastern Air Temple faster. I mean, that's just my opinion, though. So
I mean, I agree. At the end of the day, we still have a mission to complete, and
Yeah.
we gotta get there.
I mean, you all are our escorts, whatever you think is best. We have the wagon we can sit on.
Teto, even though he said he was going to be keeping watch, has fallen asleep.
Well,
If I'm just reading the room, it seems like this might be a good point to stop.
let's
I'm
head
good with
forward.
anything.
Let's push on. You know,
Right.
there is a untold number of pirates chasing us. Let's just keep moving.
that's a real good point, Lynn.
Very right.
Really
Very
good
right.
point, Lane. Don't
And
want
perhaps
that.
also a boy who can blow things up with his mind.
Is that why you want me to blow things up with my mind?
I would like a counter. Just, that's like a really big advantage.
And
He
how
was
did you?
also a firebender.
Oh, so you think all firebenders can do that? Is that really
I
a
have
thing?
no idea. I mean, I hope so. I hope you can. That'd
Okay.
be really nice.
Hmm. How does one do that?
I don't know. His forehead started to glow, and then then I was immediately unconscious. But I'm told that there's an explosion of great magnitude.
During this talk of like an explosion, you find yourself jumped a little bit because you hear like this like crash and a scream, like a scream of like a man going, oh, as some of the surrounding townsfolk begin like rushing towards what looks to be a mountainside that the town is near.
We're gonna help them, aren't we? Because that's what we do, right?
I was literally about to say maybe we should keep moving, but now I feel really like I can't say that, so let's just go.
Oh, I'll say it. Maybe we should keep moving.
I
It's
think
too
we
late.
should keep moving.
It's too late. We've committed.
And
Committed. The sage has heard it.
Is the sage still on the same? Like, are we riding the same thing? Like right behind me?
Yeah,
on
you're
the
on the Panther Ray. You're on the Panther Ray and the sages. I think one of the sages is on the Panther Ray with Monroe, just so it's less crowded.
Monroe is there too?
Oh
With
my
May.
God!
I'm so sorry, with May.
Oh,
Lazy.
Ugh. Yeah, and I think this crash is definitely loud enough to start Teto a little bit awake as well.
Well,
And,
it's sorry. It was my eyesight gets better when I close both
Yeah,
of
you
them.
just
at
hear
the
these
same time.
cries of
Teto.
pain sort of coming from the west toward where this
Okay,
mountain is, as more
that
townsfolk are
seems-
running. Like,
Massive.
There's someone hurt, Teto. We're staying here.
Well, I could just like heal him. It's probably like a stone fell on him or something.
Yeah, Ling, that seems like right up your alley. Hey, let's
Still
go and
not
check
that
it
great
out.
at it, honestly. It's really
Come on, I'm
All right.
sure you're wonderful. Teto's gonna grab Ling's hand and jump off the wagon
don't-
and,
okay.
and drag her over. We'll be right back, unless you want to come with us and
No,
see.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this wagon, make sure nobody steals anything.
Oh, okay,
Wait, Haru,
all
what
right.
if you need to lift something heavy?
Come on, Ling.
Wait,
You'll
Yes,
be
you.
fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna stay here.
right.
Then I'm gonna lean into Aru as they walk away. Is Teto acting weird to you?
Teto, well, any weirder than usual?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
I mean, it does seem like he's avoiding you.
Okay. I thought it was just me.
No,
Yeah.
no, I definitely picked up on it. Didn't want to push him though any further. He's going through a lot right now.
What's he going through?
Well, I mean, you heard about him cutting those hands off.
Yeah, that's very unlike him.
Very unlike him. Also, very unlike an airbender for pacifism and all that.
Why do you think he did it?
I, honest to God, do not know. I don't know. I know that that other airbender was telling Teto that sometimes you need to resort to violence. Maybe it just sunk through to him. I don't know.
It's just so weird. When does Teto ever do something immediately after being told
That
this could?
it is a very
You know?
good point. That's a very good point. He either acts immediately on something that goes through his head, or it takes him forever to think about what has just been told to him.
Did anyone ask him what was wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried talking to him. It seems like, I don't know. It seems like he regrets hurting that individual. I don't know. Maybe there's something more to it.
But okay, why would he be avoiding me?
I don't know.
At this point, Riho, who stayed, maybe you should just ask him.
I was literally just about to say maybe you should talk to him.
Sorry,
He's kind
I've
of
been
avoiding
here.
me. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's got to be a
he's
way to corner
running
him,
the
right?
whole time.
Yeah, because does Riho really not have feet?
No.
Okay.
I have feet. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go. digs his face into the wagon.
right.
what?
I got an idea. If we do end up staying here, I'll bring Teto and tell him that there's a big feast and free food. And then you'll be there.
All food is free to Teto.
I mean, yeah, I just feel weird about cornering him to ask him what's up. You know, like I feel like if he's not comfortable, I don't want to force him. I don't know if that would.
You want me to ask him?
No, not necessarily. I was just asking if it was just me, like who noticed that he's kind of being weirder.
No, it's not just you. I thought it might be what he decided to do, but
Yeah, I appreciate it.
well, let
though,
me know
'cause-
if you want me to help
Yeah.
you corner him. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, just I don't know. How do you just? How should I? Ask him. Like, how do I without,
You're asking me about how to talk to people.
Yes, I'm
perfect.
asking. I mean, I can't ask Ling because she's Ling, and
Yeah, you can't ask Teto because that's the whole
he's
problem.
Teto.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Oh,
like
man.
you're
You could
closest
ask
thing I
me.
have.
Riho is just like organizing stuff in the wagon.
I don't know you.
You're right. It's fine. It's fine. Let's be here.
Haru, you're like the closest thing I have to a mentor right now. I'm asking you advice. How do I talk to somebody
All
who's
right.
actively avoiding me?
I gave you an option. I said, let's corner him. We'll lie to him about some free food, and then we'll get him in a room. We'll shut the door. Then you can ask him.
But what if I'm not comfortable with cornering him and forcing him to talk? Like, how do
Well, I
I
don't
do
know
that?
what you want from me then, May.
Oh, you know what? You're right, Haru. Sorry.
If he's going to run away.
Got it.
I
Sorry.
mean, you could just go up and ask him, I guess. But he's going to run away from you. So it feels like the only option is to corner him.
I think, okay, Monroe. I don't consider Haru to be a mentor or a powerful figure, but I do think this could be enough for a guide from Haru.
Okay.
This conversation has been cracking up. I'm loving this.
But it's supposed
I
to be a
mean-
guidance from a mentor or a powerful figure, and if you don't see him as
guide
a
and
mentor,
comfort. I think this is a guide and comfort from Haru. I think he's trying to guide me in the direction of corner Teto and talk to him. And honestly, Danny looking at it, I'm like, that seems like pretty solid advice.
Danny, that's not
mean-
solid advice. Just for future
That's
reference.
Bad
mean-
advice. It's very bad
you're forcing
advice.
someone to
I
do
mean-
something
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Very bad
When
advice.
someone doesn't
They're
want, when
clearly
someone doesn't
trying
want
not
you to
to
do
do.
something, then you can just corner them and force him to do the thing that you want him to do.
It's very, very
Okay,
bad.
the move's called guide and comfort. It's not called good guidance and comfort.
Well,
Well, I'm
Yeah,
clearly not
I mean-
taking it. I'm denying it because I don't feel comfortable taking, cornering
Yeah.
somebody who's already avoiding. So
Which
it's okay.
means you'd inflict a condition on Haru.
which is still
Well, no,
interesting.
we'd have to see what the role is.
Yeah, true.
That's true. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll play it out.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I mean, I rolled really good. I rolled 11. But it looks like they're going to shut me down.
Always
So
trying to keep
they
Haru down.
inflict a condition on Haru, but Haru, you shift their balance in response. So May, what do you say to Haru saying, "Hey, May, just corner Teto and force him to talk to you"?
I say no, Haru. I do not want to already push him to do something that he's uncomfortable doing when he's already avoiding me.
All right. You're right. That was a bad idea. I'm sorry I said it. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm uncomfortable being in this town, May. All right. I don't want to be here. I want to go.
Yeah.
Sorry I yelled at you. I'm gonna mark insecure. I think that makes the most sense.
I think that makes sense. You also get the
And
shift maze
I will,
balance.
and I will say, all right. If there's one thing we know about Tedo, it's that he prizes sincerity and truthfulness. So even if he runs away from you, maybe it's just best to approach him with sincerity. And I think I'm going to move her towards Care.
I like that. And I think with that, I want to cut to Ling Krong, Tato, Feng, and Mohen. So you guys are running, jogging, who knows, to the source of this crash and this scream. And you find yourselves approaching the wall, this sort of like small mountain that they've seemed to have tunneled into to make like a mine shaft into. And sort of just outside of this mine shaft, you see this old man is on the ground because he seems to have clumsily let go of his wagon, carrying a bunch of rocks in a way where they landed on him. And he's just screaming out in pain. Several of the citizens are attempting to just pick up these very heavy rocks to get him out of there. And they're having some trouble with it.
Did either of the sages come with us? Or any of the sages?
Yeah, we got Fung and Mohen.
Yeah. Fung and Mohen.
Fung, Mohen, Fung. Lift the rocks off of him.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Gently.
Yep, of course.
And
Okay,
Tetra
gently,
will say, hello, do you mind if we help? We have earthbenders.
Yes, please. He needs lots of help.
Yeah, we're not asking.
I was going to get consent first, Ling.
Well, I guess that's good.
Please help me.
The rocks are coming. I told them to start bending them.
Yeah.
I cannot start.
They begin bending rocks.
I'm going to take that scream as consent.
You notice Mohen sort of in a quick, like, just flick of a rock away. It hits the side of the mountain. And then you begin to hear this rumble.
I said carefully.
And he goes, oh, shoot. And you look up, and it seems a smallish avalanche has been aggravated at the top of this mountain.
Okay, when you say avalanche, is it snow, or do you mean like a rock
Sorry, not
slide?
avalanche. Rock slide. Sorry,
Yes.
rock slide. No, the snow from the very top of this massive mountain begins falling down into the desert region.
Well, a waterbender could do something about snow.
No, it's not. No, it's a real rock slide.
And can you describe the scene? How many people are here?
Several of the townsfolk have gathered around. You see that this old man sort of what looks like happened. You came here to see the aftermath. What looks like happened is several of the miners were going to leave the mines for the day, and this old man sort of fell, causing just a lot of ruckus of like other miners behind him to fall. And so several townsfolk have been helping other miners just get out. And now that this rock slide has sort of started, a bit of panic is ensuing. People are pushing out of the way. You see several of the miners who were in the mine, as well as the townsfolk, begin pushing and bumping into Mohen and Fung as they're trying to just bend the last of these huge rocks off of this poor old man. That's the scene.
So we've got the Earth Sages engaged in bending rocks off of this guy. He's the only one who's penned, but also we've got a rock slide coming down at us as miners push their way away from the scene.
Yes, which is infringing upon the Earth Sage's ability to help this old man out.
Screw moving the rocks. Fung, Mohen, bend out a V of stone, like a roof above us. Immediately, leave a hole towards the top. Teto, you need to blow air through that hole as hard as you can. It's going to slow the rocks enough that they won't break the structure that Mohen and Fung are going to make.
Deep down, Teto loves it when Ling comes up with a plan and tells him
love
what to do.
Ling needs. What's the move called? Here's the plan.
Here's the plan. Yeah.
Here's mine.
Yeah. But I think what I want from Ling right now, just to get these Earth stages to listen. There's like ruckus. There's screaming happening. I think I want a rely on your skills and training from Ling.
From me,
This is mostly to see how effective you're able to make the Earth stages understand exactly what you want them to do in this moment.
How about
Fair.
an intimidate? That was put some bass in your voice there, Ling.
And intimidate. I think a rely on your skills and training makes more sense for this situation.
all right, -2. Let's go. You know what? No,
You wanna roll with your-
I will spend a fatigue to roll with
Do it.
restoration.
Yeah.
This is
Sure,
that
it's
old
those
Ling coming
things.
out. The Ling, the
Yep.
leader.
Linger.
Okay.
Linger.
No.
The ding.
We're gonna nix that one.
La
right away.
ding ding.
All right, so I go from -2 to +2, which is a pretty big swing.
Heck yeah.
Or wait, no, I still get -2, so it's 0.
Just
It's
flat
plus
roll.
0.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9.
9.
I'll help to push it up to
Nice.
10.
And what would you say is the helping? Is it helping just you
actually
doing what
11,
Ling asks you to do, or
Oh wait, is it?
Well, because I get +2 whenever someone
That's
helps
right,
me.
you do, yeah.
yeah?
I think what Teta will do is he will, without question, just start doing what Ling is saying. Maybe he'll grab the Earth Sages and sort of get them in position, and he'll get into a stance as well and like say, "All right, let's go." And so he's gonna wait for them.
Okay, I love it. And so the goal here is to just stop the avalanche.
So they are, think like pachinko machine, right? You have 2 walls coming out. All of the stones should divert this way, but to make sure they
I
don't just
see.
like crash through,
right in the center.
Teto
That's
is
what Teto's
blowing
there.
air up and through
Okay.
to sort of diffuse the air that he pushes through to sort of soften.
I love
the-
it. I
Trick.
love it. I love it. And here's what happens.
Physics.
You say that to the Earth Sages, and there's like, okay. And they do exactly that. Teto, you just let out this huge blast of air, and it works perfectly, Ling. Some of the more slow townsfolk and miners who haven't already just rushed back to town at this point see this, and after the dust settles, they begin clapping for you. Even the guy still covered in rocks on the ground is like, "Oh!"
Hey,
as
can we
he's
get the rocks
clapping
off,
for you.
please? Can we please get the rocks off of him?
We do a real quick cut back to Haru and May, because Haru, running to the scene that your friends had ran to, is someone who just instinctually you don't want to be seen by. You see this person who seems to look a little more wealthy than the other townsfolk run pretty close past your wagon
I like
toward the scene of the
duck.
mine.
I duck.
I fall off. I like fall off. Like just slide off.
You just slide off the wagon.
Well, I'm on the right, remember? So it's like kind of easy just to slip off.
Mohan doesn't see this individual walk by, but he sees what Haru and May does. And he just dolphin dives under the wagon. Okay.
Just
quick
the most
cut back.
conspicuous thing.
Quick cut back.
Oh, we just
to
okay. We're back.
Ling and Techo. I just want to put that in there real quick. Yeah, several townsfolk are able to now fully help the stragglers left behind in the mines get out. They're able to help the old man get out from under those rocks with the help of Fung and Mohan. And yeah, they're just rigorously thanking you. At which
I really
point,
didn't do anything.
This young
Didn't
gentleman
do
comes
anything.
over.
Ling, again, sometimes when the pressure's on, it's like you shine. You've got just a real sharp mind for these types of situations. Thanks for organizing us. Your quick thinking really saved us.
I mean, you saved us. You, the three of you, were useful in this situation.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit frozen until you told me what to do, and I think Fung and Mohen were focusing on the immediate task at hand, but didn't see the greater danger.
If you hadn't said anything, then we would have saved this old man. But whoever was left trapped in the mine might have never been able to make it out unless they have other networks. But this Teto's right, Link. This was a great portrayal of leadership. I think I've said in the past that you have it in you to be a great leader.
Sure.
At this
Let's
point,
go. Oh.
this younger gentleman.
I was gonna try to guide and comfort Ling,
Yeah.
just by
That is guidance and comfort.
telling her that she did a good job in the situation when under pressure.
I like it. Let's do that real quick. So roll with harmony.
It's a 4.
That was the most enthusiastic miss I have ever seen. I mean, then it seems like Ling's response suffices for that. She just
I
sort of
feel like
okay.
Ling's been pretty down. Like, just had a really depressing conversation with Geosod about really existential crisis.
Yeah.
Just really broken.
It's the playbook.
At this point, this young gentleman, not like young like you guys, probably a little or older, maybe like early 30s to late 20s, early 30s, arrives, walks up to you guys, and he goes, "Oh my God, what? This is fantastic. If you guys hadn't arrived when you did, who knows what would have happened. Thank you so much. My name is Mahe.
Oh,
I
apologize.
Sorry, I'm the mayor of Tuzin.
Is that the town? That's this town?
I believe so. Yep, it is. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I had to check my GM notes and the browser that I had open.
Okay,
all mayors carry around browsers.
Yeah.
All right.
What are your names?
My name is Teto of the Orban Spiral.
Teto of the Orban Spiral. I'm Ling Hrung.
And then Teto will look to Ling and kind of lean over and whispers, are we keeping like the Earth Sage's secret from everybody, or
yes,
make up
don't
names?
mention them. No, that's whatever. Okay, well, we have to take our
these are our friends, Danny and Johnny.
Anyway, our elderly friends.
Exotic names.
Yes, we're trying to make it pretty far.
We have another friend,
quickly.
Steve.
Yes, and we need to get the three of them. Well, to the Eastern Air Temple. They want to see it before they pass. You know, they're getting on in years, so we really need to be moving. Keep being mayor. Clearly, that's going very well.
I mean, it's getting a little dark. If you'd like, I can, as a thank you for helping, I can provide you guys with room and lodging in the inn that we have here.
Pretty sure our other companions will kill us if we try to stay here. So we're
I don't
definitely
know,
moving.
It's not a bad idea. That's very gracious. Thank you.
I'm getting mixed messages.
Yes, the message is that we are leaving.
Well, maybe I can talk to your friends.
Thank you for the offer.
Yeah, thank you for the
Sure.
offer.
I will
We'll take
ask
it under
them.
consideration.
When we do not appear again, it is because we have left. Goodbye.
Ling, I think we should take it. Just aren't you
No, we're
hungry
not.
a little?
Haru really wants to leave. We have snacks in the wagon.
Well, let me know. I'm gonna.
love
And
dried
you guys are
apples.
talking to each other. Mahe's like backing up, being like, "I'm gonna help the other miners. Let me know. You guys do your thing. All right."
Okay. Anyway,
You know, Ling, it's okay to, take some recognition for a job well done. There's nothing wrong with accepting thanks and gratitude.
I accepted his
That was-
thanks. I just didn't
that was
accept
nasty.
any compensation. I guess I don't know. We need
You're
to
not quite
keep
sure what
moving.
that is. Oh, all right. I mean, maybe we'll take a vote.
Sure. When we get there, we can take a vote.
I love it. What's going on back at the wagon? All three of you have just rushed into hiding.
Yeah. Haru will like peek out between the canvas and see if he still sees Mahe.
Mahe isn't there, but you see his three siblings are one's like following after him, and now
Yeah.
the other two are just sort of like wandering around the streets, the main street of this town, the small town.
Close the canvas and hope that they didn't see me.
Okay. May, this is
Hmm.
ever prevalent, whatever's happening. Something's going on here.
Like, yeah. So I kind of like put my head out and I look around and then, what do I see? I just see the two siblings.
You just see people. Like
Yeah,
a
I see
couple
people.
kids
Okay.
that are around like your guys' age. Yeah, they just look like townsfolk.
I was like, huh. And I get out and I dust myself off. I'm like, I feel like this need to like kind of cough, but like I can't. It feels like my chest is kind of tight. Like like I can't breathe. Like a little bit. Like maybe I fell on my back a little bit too hard.
Underneath the wagon, Riho goes, is it right to come out? What? Who was there?
I don't know. I saw Haru freaked out and I freaked out. And sorry. Where did you come from again?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, my mom was from Ba Sing Se, but my father, he was from a small town, sort
Okay,
of south
never
of
mind.
Guangdong. Okay. And I think at this point, Ling Rong and Teto kind of get close and start arriving at the wagon. And you guys see your friends all hiding in different parts of this wagon?
Teto will scoot underneath the wagon with
Don't get in
Riho
the dirt. That's it's gross.
between him and May, and Sika's whisper into Riho's ear. We're gonna call you Steve in this town now. We're just keeping.
Oh, wow.
Right, Haru,
So when I
May,
say Steve, that's your name.
Haru's not
The-
here.
Okay. Voice in the wagon. May, Teto, Earth Sages. Sorry, not Earth Sages. Senior citizens. We are having a vote. The mayor has graciously offered us a place to stay and lodging and all that.
Don't gloss over, Ling. It's because you're a hero.
I can't stay there.
We helped. What do you mean?
Yeah, you haven't even heard the story yet. It was really heroic. Ling took in charge, like she was, I don't know, steering a big ship or something.
I'm
didn't do
sure Link did amazing. I cannot
I didn't.
stay at the mayor's house.
Okay, let's leave. Oh,
I don't know if he specified it
I
was gonna
did
be
tell
at his
Tetsu.
house.
I think he said the inn, but regardless, if you're clearly uncomfortable, we can just leave. Like
Yeah.
with
Haru, what are you doing right now? Where are you?
I have not poked my head out. I am still in the canvas.
we're
My
talking
voice is
to him
just
through the
coming-
canvas. Of
Yeah, the voice
wagon,
is just
yeah.
coming out of the
I
canvas.
love it.
I
love it.
think the scene is that May, Riho, and Teto are underneath the wagon. Haru's in the wagon, and then you, Fung, and Mohan are outside.
Yeah.
Well,
love it.
I just
think
got
on the-
out so I'm standing up. But yeah.
So yeah,
I'm out
May
now.
is out.
I think on the other side of the wagon, Haru, I think first you would feel like tapping, and then you all would hear like a, hello?
Hey, What? Don't touch our wagon. Who the
Oh,
heck are you?
sorry.
Why are you touching our
sorry.
wagon?
Sorry. It was just cool. It looks cool.
It is
cool.
cool. I'm glad you like it.
Are you
It's
guys the
new for
heroes
us.
who saved 4?
Yeah, we totally are. And Teto will pop out on the other side of the wagon. Who's he talking to, Danny?
This young Earth Kingdom boy. Haru, would you be able to recognize the siblings of Mahe, the mayor of this town?
Yeah, I mean, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that this is Mahe's youngest brother, Whoa.
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 Whoa. Bro.
Well, kid,
And
I'm
Teto
glad
will
you
say,
got to appreciate it.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Bo. Well, my friends call me Whoa.
Whoa.
What you did was I know, right? What you guys did was really cool and fantastic. If you want, I can show you guys some of the really cool parts at the end. The cook there is fantastic. He makes really, really good food.
We were just
You
deciding
guys
to.
also look a little dirty. See, some people are on the ground. Someone's still in
Yeah,
the
that's
wagon.
just,
Hello.
you know, don't
He
judge
begins
them
like
for
peeking through the
activities.
canvas to look at.
Oh, there's no one in here.
Yeah.
There's no one in here. There's
okay.
no one in the wagon.
Oh, sorry. Were they changing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so
God.
sorry.
We should get you arrested for
No, please don't arrest
being a
me.
freak. Get out of here.
And then
Ling.
Wo starts crying.
Ling, chill out just a little bit. I'm here. This is what
I'm
I
trying to
like
leave, Teto.
Go
We
ahead.
we need to leave.
Take 10 steps that way, and every step take a breath, and then breathe out, and just come back after 10, maybe 20 for you. I think you need 20.
Me?
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm
she
talking
stops to look at the kid.
I'm talking
Oh,
to
Ling
like.
does.
Whoa!
Well,
I'm so sorry. This is we are a little bit pumped up from
Wait, were you talking to me?
being heroes. Ling, go take that walk.
Ling gets on the front of the wagon and just starts like
Ling, go take that one.
And
getting
as
the ostrich horse to
Teto
pull it
will
along.
continue to talk to Woe and say, "I'm sorry, we're just a little bit high strung right now." And as he's talking to Woe, he's gonna unhitch the ostrich horses so that they can't go anywhere.
I love it.
And then he'll take the ostrich horses into his hand just to cool people out. Like, let's chill out here for a minute, y'all. Like,
Yeah, I think
let's not making any hasty decisions.
I don't think there
People are
needs
trying to be nice to us.
Yeah, I don't think there needs to be a move there unless Ling is like very adamant about like, no, we need to keep going. But I think, yeah, I think that's one asking the fiction, Nick. How would Ling respond to that?
Yeah.
Does Ling see that?
Does she even
Yeah,
see
well,
it?
she was trying to like she was
Probably
in
notices the
driver's
wagon
seat. She was
At
trying
first,
to
start you and then stop moving.
yeah. I mean,
I
she
thought
was
you were
trying to
just-
like
Getting it ready to go.
no, she was straight up trying to move it.
Pops on,
Oh,
with like the yeah, you know,
And then just like
yeah.
Teto
You hear the
jumps in
steps of the
way.
ostrich horses. You look down, notice they're not moving, and the ostrich horses are just slowly walking away after they stop after like 10 feet.
Teto is oh no, he's got them by the reins. He's feeding them some
Okay.
feed. He's and they seem I don't know, Danny, do they seem very content with getting a little
They seem
break, a little
fine,
food?
yeah. Yeah, they seem fine. And at this point, Woe goes, he stops crying. He goes, whoa, those are cool looking ostrich horses. We have ostrich horses here too, but I guess those ones just look like more tired than ours.
Like, what's the holdup? Let's go.
I think we're all tired.
Teto is sabotaging
Yeah.
literally everything I'm trying to do.
Haru, you're horrified to hear someone approaching, and the voice of Mahe goes, oh, I see you guys have met my younger brother. I'm sorry, he can be quite a lot sometimes. It also seems like you're having a little trouble with your wagon. Is it? Did you guys decide to stay?
We're having a little trouble with our air nomad, actually. So if you want him, you can
Oh.
have him.
It's
Does that count as lashing out at a friend?
Yes. That feels I don't know. That doesn't feel like lashing out.
I think
That's
there
like
needs to be
tongue-in-cheek,
more. I
like-
think there needs to
That's
be
like
still
more.
funny.
tongue-in-cheek
Yeah.
banter.
That's just really funny though.
That
Um,
was also very funny. Oh.
Yeah, so you guys have met my younger brother. Help those I haven't met. My name is Mahe. You guys need help with anything? You seem to be having trouble.
Sorry, Mahe. We're just in the middle. Whoa, Mahe. I'm gonna hook these ostrich horses back up. I'd like to talk to my friends for a little bit. So Tetsu's gonna hook the ostrich horses back up, and see if he can huddle everybody together.
Woe walks over Mahe. I think there's a
And
naked
we can-
person
we
in
can
their
be-
wagon.
Yeah, we can be.
And Mahe just goes,
He's
all right,
changing.
Woe.
Just let it. It's fine.
He's taking him a long time.
I've got a lot of layers.
Layers are in.
Not here. Must be Water Tribe. All right.
So Teto wants to just take a beat and sort of acknowledge like the exhaustion and he just wants to have a conversation with the people if we can stay, because it seems like everybody's really ready to go, but we really
Okay, everybody in the wagon. Let's just everybody in the wagon.
Okay, we all
You're,
Teto gets in the wagon.
you're still just
Okay.
hopping. The panther starts to try to get in the wagon. He goes, "Oh."
No, right. Just stick your head in. Just stick your head in. It's fine.
Okay. It's
He,
okay.
like breaks a portion of the wagon as it just bashes the inside of it.
Okay.
And Teto will say, "Look, I get it. You all don't want to stay here."
Specifically, I think you don't get it. Actually, Teto, you really clearly don't. Haru said, in no uncertain terms, that he does not want to be here and can't be here. He trusted us as his friends to not need to dig into that and to respect his wishes. And you have undermined it. All of that.
Hmm.
Let's
Teto
just
Teto will
leave.
turn to Haru and be like, "Haru, what's going on?"
When you got into the wagon, Haru was like huddled in the corner, like almost
Hmm.
fetal position, kind of like almost rocking back and forth.
Does he look like he wants to answer your question?
Ditto, we can't stay here. It's and like maybe he'll peek out and see that it's like completely black at this point too. Like it's like the dead of night, sun is set.
Yeah, we waste a lot of time.
We don't-
Yeah,
we
yeah, I
don't-
think
We
so.
don't have a lot of choices. I killed that man's father.
Oh man.
Are you happy now? Ling turns to Teto and actually asks that.
We have to stay
Not
here.
in particular,
It's too
Ling.
late.
Why did you need to push for this? Like, if we had just left when we planned to, none of this would have been a problem, and you could have asked him then.
Well, I mean, like, first off, we did something for these town people, and they were trying to show us gratitude. And you, as usual, were just pushing people away. Look,
We needed to leave.
Ling, if you're going to actually be a healer, you're going to need to learn something about bedside manner. Have you heard of that before? It's where you
Well,
show
no.
compassion to the people who are around you. You're so brash and sharp. As much as you heal, you hurt equally. Excuse me for trying to help you in this situation, which you're obviously struggling with. I made a mistake. It's not the first that I've made. And Teto, or Haru, I'm sorry that you're caught in the middle of this.
It's fine.
We can leave if you all want to. But Ling, you also need to understand your part in this.
It's too late to leave now. We gotta stay here.
I'm still confused as to what my part in this is. You decided to do something because you thought it was what was best for me without consulting me, and also just ignored the wishes of our friend. That's just you. That's just you doing things. And then you're projecting some level of culpability onto me.
And Teto will take a deep breath and consider what Ling is saying.
At this point, Haru is going to wrap himself in cloth like the sandbenders do. You know how they kind of have that like hood?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to run to the inn, get our room. I'm just going to go. And we'll fast just jump out of the wagon and bolt to the inn.
Yeah. And I think there's like this like palpable like awkward air after Haru leaves.
So Ling like just steps out of the wagon. Is the mayor still there? I'm assuming. He
The
saw
mayor
that, or
has-
he
I walked
actually-
away.
The mayor has walked away to sort
Okay.
of gather his younger siblings.
Thank God.
And you see that at this point now he's like gathered them. And he's like, okay, no. Like one of them just starts like wandering off, just like waddling. He was like, no, you're literally 13 years old. Why are you walking like that? Sorry.
He was distracted. Perfect. All right. Well, Mr. Mayor and his illustrious family, we'd love to take you up on your offer.
Oh, perfect. I would have insisted if you would have said otherwise. So I'm glad that I didn't need to do all that work. Thank you so much. Your friend just sort of bolted, I see. And Justin, you have asked in the private chat if that's running away from danger difficulty. I think it is.
Yay.
He's got a agoraphobia. He hates being in public. So
He also has no clothes, so that's why,
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
now
Woe said that
he's
he's
clothed.
guarded.
clothed now. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Just
like
a-
he was naked for like an hour.
It was,
He's a nudist. He's a nudist.
yeah, doesn't
I
like
wanna
the
interview
clothes,
him about a
doesn't
couple
like being
things.
seen by people.
Well, you're not interviewing nudists. I've talked to you about this before. What the? Okay.
How's this come up?
Yes. It's all right. Right. This. If you follow my brothers and sisters, we can lead you to the end. I'll join you. Ask to cook for anything. It's on me. Just as a thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I think yes. And Mahe will walk away. Woe and you learned their names. Woe and Raleigh are the two brothers, and Kiara is Mahe's one sister. They just grab various hands of yours, start bringing you guys to this inn. Sam had asked in the private chat. I think that little conflict. I think that I would consider that a lashing out on Ling's part at Teto.
Cool. I'll
Yeah.
mark it here. I'll take that.
Cool.
I think
That also count for Teto.
I will
I don't
actually
know.
not unlock
Is he
unmark
angry?
angry, and I will mark a point on my
Reconciliation? Okay.
I think Teto will
Oh no, he's
trail
not.
after Ling. Or here we go. Given the choice between tailing after May and tailing after Ling, Teto will tail after Ling.
I haven't even
Yeah.
ran off yet. I haven't followed them.
I love it.
Where are you at?
I'm waiting to see what you're gonna do, Teto.
Yeah.
Well,
He runs
I
out.
think-
If
Yeah.
Ling,
After
if
just
Ling
having
goes
an
off,
argument.
Teto will look at May, look back at Ling, and say, I think I need to go talk to Ling.
And I think we'll have to see the conversation next week. Which is kind of good for Sam, because you have a whole week to think about what Teto's going to say to Link.
I think I have actually.
Oh yeah,
We should-
Yeah.
More than a week. We should say why.
Yeah. So we are switching our streaming day to Tuesdays we're a little later as well, right? At
No,
what did we say? Same time? The same exact
same
time
time will
slot?
work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
same
just
time.
Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Central to
8:30.
2:30 p.m. Central.
And not this
8:30 p.m.
upcoming
Central.
Tuesday.
Yeah. But next
It would be the
Tuesday
next-
on
So
the
the next time,
13th.
yeah, let's just say it clear. It will be May 13th at 8:30 p.m. CST to 10:30 p.m.
and moving forward every following
Tuesdays.
Tuesday after that.
every following Tuesday after that.
little bit of weekday Avatar.
Little weekday Avatar. Little pre-hump day Avatar.
I'm excited to see how the whole group, specifically Haru, interacts with this young mayor and all his siblings.
Well, it's gonna be a lot of wacky hiding, I think.
I love it so much.
I love how like Haru was like, let's just corner Teto, and now you're like, do you feel cornered?
Now he's
Haru?
like,
He's-
yeah,
If
yeah,
we're
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
do
That's
something.
perfect.
Does that feel constructive?
It's perfect. A little bit of tension between Ling and Tato now. I was gonna say Ling and Sam. I don't think there's tension between Ling and Sam, but there is tension between Ling and Tato. Some very cool, juicy things happening. And yeah, fantastic time playing with y'all. I think that's pretty much all we got for you guys. We're changing schedule. Listen to our other shows. Support us on Patreon. Find our Discord. Some great conversations happening there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had for y'all. Bye.
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 Later,
See ya.
cat gators.
I was waiting for Sam to say that.